A lot of business owners don't like talking about their website. They know that it doesn't really do anything for their business. It just sits in the corner like a problem child, doing nothing pretty much. But instead of making it worth the hassle, turning it into a business asset that's actually viable and doing something to help their business grow, I guess they're at least saving some money by not touching it at all, right? In this video, I want to cover that exact question. Is cheaping out on a website actually saving you money, or is that free choice harming your business? And spoiler, it is. It is pretty much harming your business, but more on that in a bit. My name is Tobias, and I've been building websites since I was 15 years old. And right now I'm running an agency where we build high-performing websites. We've helped businesses turn their problem child sitting in the corner into a real business asset. A website that grows with the business and generates new business. That is what a good website is supposed to do. It's supposed to be that first entrance door that new potential customers see, where your business's best salesperson is just eagerly waiting for them. That is basically how I see websites. I can tell you from my own experience, such as the experience of past clients, that keeping an old website, an old system, reveals a couple of big risks. The 5 most significant ones I want to cover in this video, so you don't get caught up in one of them. So without further ado, let's jump into number 1. Risk number 1 is lost conversions. What we call in web analytics in general, people that get onto your website and leave immediately after. That is what we call the bounce rate. A low bounce rate is good and a high bounce rate is bad. Here several factors come into play why there might be a high bounce rate, which is what we want to avoid. Just to name some of them, those are speed, the loading speed of your website. If your site loads for 10 seconds straight, you'll probably have a bounce rate of at least 75%. So 75% of people visiting your site click on it, and if it doesn't load within max 2 seconds, people leave because they just probably think, yo, this site is dead, I'm gonna check something else. Especially in the times we currently live in, where attention span is so short. Then there's unclear navigation. So think of somebody visiting your site that is looking for something specific. Maybe it's the price of your service. They can't find it, and they don't really want to scroll for over another 2 seconds, so they leave and look somewhere else. Or it could also be that the entire experience just doesn't feel very nice. Scrolling the page, things look old, a little buggy. All these things, they compound and lead to a negative user experience. People that come to your site are not happy. Now imagine your site gets 1,000 visitors per month. If out of those 1,000 visitors, 10% turn into customers later on down the line at $500 worth per customer, that will lead to $50,000 made. Oh, I put a euro sign there. Whatever, dollars. $50,000 made, and if you have a bounce rate of just 5%, which is not very high, let me tell you. Like, it's not unusual to have a bounce rate of 5%. It's if your site is outdated and the user experience is not too good, it's more likely 20-25% or something. You lose 5% due to bounce, that would be $2,500 lost. If that would be 15%, that is $7,500 lost. But that's the cost you have to pay for not upgrading. You're just not utilizing the strength a website could have. Then number 2 specifically for somebody who's running ads. I'll just let the image speak for itself. Just kidding. It is really, if your website isn't up to date and not serving the visitor, sending paid traffic that you pay for with your hard-earned money to a broken or weak website, it's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. Although ads can definitely amplify a strong site and really get it going, they definitely expose a weak one. Before we continue, I have a gift for you. If you want to know if your website is performing well or poorly, or if there's anything specific actually that we could improve to turn your website into a real sales growth engine, then check out the first link in the video description and I will personally audit your website and give you instant feedback. Now, let's continue. Number 3, damaged trust and credibility. I often like to call a website the cheapest way to build a headquarter. Let me explain. It's never been cheaper to establish credibility with your potential buyers. When in the 90s, you needed a super fancy headquarter to be seen as the real thing, these days, a sleek website absolutely gets the job done. You could be operating from your parents' garage, mirroring to the outside world that you're the real deal just by having a good-looking website. On the flip side, outdated design looks cheap or unprofessional in the customer's mind. I really can't emphasize this enough. These days, before somebody buys from you, they visit your website, especially if you're a service-based business, especially then. They visit your website, and if you don't make that first impression count, you will lose them. And they will never tell you why, because they'll never get in touch with you anyway. Number 4, the invisibility trap. It's no secret that older sites are generally not as well found on Google or on other search engines as new ones. And it's getting even more crazy. The way people find your business is totally changing now that AI is taking over the world. People are finding businesses through chatbots like ChatGPT or Claude or Google Gemini and all these others. So at my agency, we even went a step further to basically force discoverability by optimizing not just for search engines, but also for these chatbots. Because all they do is basically they crawl your website for data and information so that they can later on hopefully recommend and refer new business. So if you want to be found by your customers going forward, it's probably time to upgrade your website. And finally, number 5, literally hidden costs. Old systems are very often just several different softwares mashed together. And each of these softwares is costing money. And really often it's the case that you are paying for all these different kinds of services and licenses that make up your website, that buying a new one, building it up from scratch in a clean way is in many cases more cost effective than keeping your old system alive with all the maintenance costs, because there's bugs everywhere. It simply results in much more developer cost long term. So to conclude it all, yes, sticking with your current site might feel safe, because it kind of is. I mean, by now you've probably gotten used to every once in a while needing a developer to fix problems and low performance. But the real cost isn't the redesign fee or redevelopment fee you pay. It's the missed opportunities, the missed leads, the wasted ad spend, and lost trust. I wish you a pleasant day, good business, really good business, and I'll see you in the next one.